if you want to sugar wax by yourself at home for the first time, I'm going to share with you some tricks that I use when I did mine. And when it comes to sugar waxing, is about two things that you're trying to manage. You're trying to manage the pain, and you're actually trying to get the technique right, so you don't end up with a lot of bumps and ingrown hairs. Let's talk about pain management first. For pain management, the first thing you should do, which I think is very important, is do not wax a few days before your period. Do not wax during your period. Make sure that you wax after the period. So we have phases in our cycle, and different phases does come with different energies. So you need to study your cycle so you know phase where you can tolerate more pain. So I use Flow for this because Flow will always tell me this is the week and this is the day when you should consider doing hard things. This is the period where your pain tolerance is high. So you need to know your cycle so that will help you to manage pain. I've tried it around my period before my period, and I hated it. But doing it after my period was just the best thing that ever happened to me. If you don't have Flow, just do it like 2-3 days after your period should be a perfect day. I wouldn't advise you to take painkillers every time you have a wax appointment, because you have to wax every month or every 2 months, depending on how fast your hair grows back. And because you always want a clean spot and you want to be consistent with it, I don't think painkiller is a good solve, because painkiller does a lot of harm to your body. So one thing I think you can do for pain management is reserve a jar of chewing gum, so that every time you want to wax, just pop one in. The reason why chewing gum is very effective is that it distracts your brain from the pain. Not like you won't feel the pain, but the distraction is very, very helpful. With that being said, let's get into your waxing day. Make sure that 24 hours, in fact, or 48 hours before your sugar waxing appointment with yourself, you've already exfoliated your underarms, your coochie. Your regular body scrub should work. The reason why you should do that is because it will help you to get out all the dead skin cells. Before your wax appointment, like 30 minutes before, warm a little bit of water, lukewarm water, and apply it on the area. Use it to rinse out the areas that you want to wax. The reason is because it will help to soften your hair follicles, so you're not just ripping out dry. The next thing you want to do when it's time for your appointment is to get a source of entertainment. It could be a movie, it could be a podcast, anything that gets you very entertained and that you love. Make sure that it is playing right in front of you. You get straight into the sugaring. When your setup is done, you get your tools, you get your spatula, powder, wax strips, set. Take your sugar wax, the container, and you eat it up. Either your homemade sugar wax or your store-bought sugar wax, you have to eat it up. If you have a microwave, by all means, feel free to pop it in and microwave it, but I wouldn't advise that because it could end up scalding you, and we don't want you to be scalded because you're trying to wax. What you're gonna do is boil water, like very hot water. If you can boil it to 100 degrees, pour the hot water into the bowl. Then you take the container of your wax and put it inside the bowl. Because my container is a bit big, I kept it in the water for 10 minutes. If your container is not this big, honestly, you can just keep it for like 5 minutes. You are good to use it immediately. You don't need to be waiting for it to cool or anything. That's the disadvantage of using microwave. So after you bring it out of the hot water, you're just going to take your spatula and use it to mix it. Make sure you are mixing from the bottom up. Then you just start waxing. So the technique is very important. Do not apply your sugar wax in the direction of your hair growth. Okay? You want to apply against the direction of your hair growth. Right? So if your hair is growing like this, okay? I need to show you pictorial example. Let's get serious. If your hair is growing like this, you want to apply like this. And then take your wax, place it on it, and you want to straight in the direction of your hair growth. You apply against the direction of your hair growth, rip out in the direction of your hair growth. So just keep it in your mind. Against first and in the direction. and that's it. Brace yourself. I brace myself with 1, 2, 3, ooh, and I rip it. I just do it, and it just rips out the entire thing, and I just pat it. What is painful? Please don't forget to apply your powder before you start, because if your skin is moist and not 100% dry, the wax is not gonna stick to the hair as it should. So the essence of the powder is to make sure that that place is completely dry, and then your wax can do the work. If this is your first time, don't be afraid. It's gonna pain you, yeah, it's gonna pain you, but you're gonna benefit long term. Think about how your skin is gonna be smoother, lighter. Think about how you're gonna have less or no bumps and ingrown hair. Don't forget that when you're done sugaring, do not exfoliate. Do not use any exfoliant, do not use any active. In fact, for your underarm, do not use any deodorant, any antiperspirant, nothing. All you just have to do is wash with a gentle cleanser. Your regular bar soap is gonna work. Just cleanse it well. If you want to go in first with warm water to make sure you get all the sugar wax out, by all means do it. But do make sure to use cold or room temperature water last, so you can close your pores. The final step is the oil. You need the oil, so you need to keep the place hydrated, moisturized. So you're going with your oil. 48 hours later, 2 days after your waxing section, you want to exfoliate. This will help you to get out the dead skin cell so that your hair can grow better. And you need to exfoliate 2 times a week. You don't want to over exfoliate, but 2 times a week is the holy grail. That's basically all you need to get your wax done. I did it and I really liked it. I cannot go back to any other method unless maybe I want to invest in laser. Sign me up. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Help the algorithm to show more people this video. I'll see you on the next video. Actually, you will see me on the next video.